This is Sharon Drexler coming to you on behalf of Mando TV. I am sitting with Susan Kelly, who is president of Shell Vacations Hospitality. And Susan is actually in charge of management and operations of 23 properties throughout the U.S. And also manages 1,300 employees. And Susan, we understand that you have been working with a guest feedback system that you think is working pretty well, and we'd like to hear a little bit more about that.
Great. Thank you, Sharon. I'm actually speaking about the guest feedback system later today at ARDA in a session that starts at 3:30 that's talking about taking care of the guests from the front to the back, so prior to arrival and departure. My section in that particular session is to talk about how do you take care of that guest after they have left the resort. So I'll be addressing Shell's common card system or guest feedback system, and we use a company called Market Metrics. And about 2 years ago, we elected to modify that system and go away from a paper comment card, which was given to our guests at checkout, and go to an electronic or an online comment card system. We have found not only is the electronic comment card system more widely accepted by our guests, but we're getting a far better response rate. So where we were using a paper comment card previously, we were getting, somewhere between a 23 to a 28% response, which in and of itself was good. But with the electronic comment card system, we're getting upwards of a 40% response rate. This is the way that it works. We capture the guest's email address, typically at point of reservation. If we don't capture it at point of reservation, we capture it at point of check-in. When the guest departs the resort, they do receive an electronic comment card within 48 hours of leaving us. They complete the comment card, just press a button, and it gets emailed right back to our system. And we're able to review comments in a real-time format. So in other words, as soon as that guest emails the comment card back to us, we are able to access that information and review that guest comment about the resort. In addition to that, our general managers are able to talk to that customer electronically based on the feedback that they provided to us on their comment card, and able to answer any questions that they had, thank them for a compliment that they may have provided to us about an employee or about the resort, or candidly be able to respond to a concern that they may have had during their visit with us. So it gives us the ability to not only very quickly look at our comment cards, but also immediately respond to our customers. There is a tracking system within the program that allows the comment card and escalation process, meaning if the on-site staff does not respond to a guest concern within 72 hours, it escalates up to the next level, which is the regional vice president responsible for that region of the country for Shell Vacations Hospitality. And if that regional vice president doesn't respond within 72 hours, that comment card then escalates up to me for response. The point there being that the guest never goes without a response if they've had a concern about the resort. This system also allows us to pull tremendous reports. It allows us to slice and dice information almost any way that we choose. We can look at reports based on a resort. I can look at reports based on a region. I can look at resorts based on a market segment, meaning were they a Shell Vacations Club owner, were they an exchange inbound guest, were they a renter, whatever type of guest they were, it allows me to slice and dice the information and look at it on a real-time basis. I can look at it monthly, I can look at it weekly, I can look at it semi-monthly, however I choose, or if I feel that at a particular resort I may need to look at it more often, I can literally go in every day and look at the comment cards that have been received for that day. This same company, Market Metrics, provides us with our employee survey format. And we survey our employees twice a year for their feedback. We believe selfishly that if our employees are happy, that automatically means that our guests are going to be happy. So we survey our employees twice a year, and we use a same online electronic format. We set up a bank of computers in an employee break area or in a meeting room area so that on the day of employee survey, our employees have a computer to use, and this too is an online format for our employees. Market Metrics is then able to correlate the information between our employee survey and our guest survey to provide us with information on how those two initiatives have meshed, so that we can correlate the information we received on our guest comment cards with the information that we have received from our employee surveys. It tells us where we need to improve. It tells us where we may need to focus our training. And it also provides us with feedback to create action plans, not only in the area of guest feedback, but also in the area of our employee feedback. We've done some interesting things based on the information that was created from that correlation. We have hired a corporate trainer for Shell Vacations Hospitality. This gentleman is bilingual, speaks Spanish and English fluently, and literally goes from resort to resort to resort, and his total responsibility and his total focus is to be a trainer for our employees and also an advocate for our employees. We have also created what we are referring to now, and we have branded it, and the logo for this has been trademarked, our Shell Vacations Hospitality University. And we have created university classes to allow employees to further their education. And ARDA has also agreed to accredit most of our classes for purposes of an employee achieving their RRP. So our guest feedback program is very comprehensive in that the company that we use not only incorporates guest feedback, but it incorporates our employee feedback and allows us to correlate that information.
Well, Susan, sounds like you are light years ahead of many, perhaps, of our other resorts. Let's hope not, though. Let's hope that they can get up to speed. This very good information. Again, we were with Susan Kelly of Shell Vacations Hospitality, and I'm Sharon Drexler with Mando TV. Thank you.
Thank you.